Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good day to all. Welcome back to another edition of Homie Picks. I am Jared, always co-hosted by my guys Ben and Lou. What up, fellas?
What up, sir? What up?
It was a good week last week for some, not for all, but it could have been way worse for Ben because Ben had a Ben was our lucky loser last week.
It's always got to be one, you know.
It's always got to be one of us, at least one. At least
Can't win them all.
We all can't win.
Ben was
otherwise it'll be a boring show. We're just agreeing.
Absolutely. Ben was 2-3. Me and Lou were 3-2. Hopefully we can come through with the rest of these picks. Actually, I believe Lou, even though we don't count it as like the official stat counting, Lou actually also was 4-2 because he was the only person who predicted the Belichick and Brady hug to last under 2 seconds.
Told you.
Like Brady was like, "Come on, bro," and Buzz like, "All right, see you later."
All right.
I mean, technically they had to be behind closed doors. You know?
Yeah, they had on a camera where we can see it. Lou won. So.
that was the thing I heard the next day. It was like Bill Belichick ruined a lot of better days yesterday.
But this week we have some good ones for y'all. We are not going to waste our times on the 1-4 Jets and the I think 1-4 Falcons going to London. We don't care about that.
We got a Thursday game to talk about. Holy crap!
No, we got a Thursday game to talk about.
Thursday.
More than that Sunday early morning London game. We don't care about that shit. What we do care about is the Rams going against the Seahawks. That's gonna be a good one. The Seahawks. Sorry, the Rams are the favorite. -142, -2.5 points. Seattle is +120. So I think even after Seattle woke up a little bit in the second half of that Niners game,
yeah,
they are close. They're a close underdog, but the Rams also playing for something real special because they got smoked against the Cardinals, and I don't think nobody saw that coming. But speaking of, we didn't see that coming. Lou, how do you see this game going?
I'm going with the Seahawks on the 2-point favorite. Just because they're playing in Seattle and that 12th man, that stadium rocks. I think Russell Wilson got that 100th win off his back. He can play freely. I don't see Jalen Ramsey slowing down Metcalf, especially if TJ Lockett is going as well. That's a mean dual threat. And I think Arizona showed the blueprint on how to beat the Rams, outgun them, which I didn't think was possible. But it can be done. So I'm taking the Seahawks on this.
Okay. Ben?
I like Seattle. I want to say Seattle, but the only thing that worries me about Seattle, they just depend on Russell Wilson so much. They don't have. They're just not clicking well for me right now. Yeah, they're playing in Seattle. I think the Rams are going to bounce back. I think their defense is better than what played. I don't know. I'm just not convinced with Seattle's defense right now. It looks good in moments, but I think it can be exploited, and I think Cooper Kupp might have a big game here. So I'm leaning towards the Rams.
Yeah, same here. I'm leaning towards the Rams also. I do think. And I think Seattle, while they did play a nice game, and they went against a really good defense. The problem is with the Niners is offensively they struggle, and since Mostert went down, they really have no run game for the most part, and everything kind of has to go through Kittle, and Jimmy struggles at times. Now that he doesn't have, it's just solely on him. He's struggling on that. I know he got hurt. There's uncertainty about who's really going to start at this very moment when we're doing this at a time that this releases. So you don't really know if it's going to be Trey or Jimmy. But whether it's for then, that's another game we're going to talk about later on. But Seattle also also gave up some easy points at the end to make that look even cleaner, to make it look like a tighter game, 28-21. I think the Rams offensively are a better team than San Fran. Defensively, could be heads and tails at times. That one man that always scares anybody, Aaron Donald, number 99. If he gets pressure on Russ, Russ ain't gonna really have that time to throw like that. And if he keeps everything intermediate, I think LA has a good chance of making Russ feel really uncomfortable. So I'm gonna pick the Rams in this one. The next game, even a tighter contention in terms of points and also on the money line bets. We got the Cleveland Browns going into LA to face the Chargers. Chargers are a 1.5 point favorite, minus 126, but Cleveland is plus 108. So Cleveland is even given a little bit a big chance of winning this game out. But Ben, how do you think it's going to go down?
This is probably going to be a defensive game. The Chargers have picked up their defense a lot. It's getting better and better each week, so I see much improvement there. They've been able to keep most of their opponents to their lowest points average up to that point. So their defense is definitely playing better. And right now, I mean, Justin Herbert, I think that guy is amazing. Like, I wish the Colts could have had the chance to draft him, because that kid, he's special. He's still learning. I mean, that's the scary part about it. So I believe the Chargers have the advantage of the quarterback. The defense is playing well enough. Baker's going to have his moments, but I think they're still going to be missing Landry. He helps that offense go a lot. So it's going to be very run dependent. So I like the Chargers in this one.
Luke?
I love Cleveland. I think they're probably one of the top 5 teams in the league right now. I don't see them winning this game, though. It always scares me when teams from the East go out West to play. It's a different atmosphere, a different animal, and, pun completely intended, I think Herbert is like a lightning bolt right now on that field. He's making all the right reads, all the right throws. Mike Williams is having a crazy season. I think those two have a chemistry that's better than a lot of other wide receiver quarterback combos out there. And then Eckler gets what he needs to get. So I see the Chargers winning this. Cleveland's going to need a lot of help to win this game from their offense. I just don't think Baker has enough weapons.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a toss-up for me. I don't know what kind of caught fire to Minnesota lately to make them seem like an actual decent team, because they made Cleveland look inept at times. That was 14-7 game that, and with the combination of Chubb and Hunt, it didn't matter. I think the loss of Juice Landry, and that's the problem with Cleveland, is that you don't, it's kind of like like for my Nets in NBA, it's like you don't really know what that team looks like when you have all your pieces together. So you will really never get a chance to see Juice and Beckham together, because one or both are going to be out at some time. And I think that's going to be kind of Cleveland's Achilles heel, is the fact that none of their people can stay on the field at all times together. And they're going against a hell of a good team. They knocked off the last undefeated AFC team, the Raiders. So I think we're all in agreement here. Chargers for the win on this one. As you said, the wide receiver play. I mean, Keenan Allen has been here for like 40 years and he's still busting ass.
But that's not even Herbert's like go-to.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Mike Williams, which is crazy.
He's a damn good decoy.
Yeah,
he's a damn.
They have weapons. They have
Eckler.
weapons.
I mean, like not only Eckler can run, he can also catch.
He can catch out the back.
it's a scary. Once they get everything clicking together, like I don't think. I think the fact that maybe it's a short week, it could be the only reason why I think it's going to be a 1.5 point favorite. Because outside of that, I really don't see it being close to a touchdown game. The next game we're going to go to is the Niners going against the other division rival, the Arizona Cardinals. As we spoke earlier, the Cardinals straight smoked the last world beating team that we thought were the Rams. They looked like they were going to be like this odds out favorite or maybe close to the favorite when they took down Tampa Bay. But the Cardinals was playing with some hellfire, man. And after that Minnesota win, it looks like they're not even trying to make it close anymore. And Kyler Murray is playing at the MVP level, and that's only week 5. And we said the same thing about Russell Wilson last year. You know, everybody said MVP, and then as the weeks got on, it wasn't that clear. But Kyler's looking like he's gonna try to be like the MVP, at least for week 5 or the previous 4 weeks. Against a Niners team, that's 2 really good defenses doing against back-to-back weeks. The problem is, I don't think if the Rams couldn't score like that, I don't think the Niners would score like that either. So I'm picking Cardinals for this one. Cardinals are minus 250, a 5.5 point favorite, and Niners are plus 205. I like Cardinals for this one. Lou, what you thinking?
Yeah, man, Kyler Murray, I think no one's figured him out yet. You know, he's scrappy, man, and that kid plays with a chip on his shoulder. And he's playing in the baddest division in football right now, and he's straight dominating. I think if you stack rank those quarterbacks in there, he's sitting on top, as well as Matt Stafford has played. Kyler Murray's played right up there with him, maybe even better, with some of the moves he makes, and he doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon. I think for the Niners, this is going to be tough. They're in that flux right now. Do they start Trey? Do they play Jimmy? Jimmy gonna play? So I'm going Arizona, especially at home. And then San Francisco coming off of another divisional game the week before. It's going to be tough. I'm taking Arizona on this one.
Yep. Ben?
Yeah, so I think we're all in agreement with this because as much as I like the defense from San Fran, they just have no offense. And if Arizona can start going off, they can score in bunches quick. So I don't think they can keep pace. And Arizona has a good rush. They can get to the quarterback. And, you know, whoever's going to be back there, whether it's Lance or Garoppolo, they're going to struggle with that because, you know, they're not the best handling pressure. And, you know, obviously a rookie handling pressure, you know, that kind of pressure that they've been generating is crazy. So I also like Arizona. It might be a little close at the beginning, but I think towards the end of the game, they're just gonna pull off. Right now, Kyler Murray is just too much of a playmaker. You just can't count him out right now.
Yeah, and like we said earlier, we don't know who's gonna be quarterbacking. But even the way Garoppolo's been playing before, even up until this point, but before he got hurt, you know,
it's not top tier
quality.
Exactly.
He's playing average as shit, and you can't play average going against.
Yeah. I think the Niners have more touchdowns with Trey Lance under helm than Garoppolo right now, if I'm right.
Yeah, I mean, hell, Trey got more touchdowns right now. So, now that goes into our Sunday night game: Buffalo Bills at Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs are the favorite. I think people expected that somewhat, sort of. They are a 3-point favorite, minus 148. Bills are plus 126, excuse me. Let me get my glasses. But it's going to be a tough one. Lou, what you thinking on this one?
First of all, shout out to Pat Mahomes and Tyreek Hill for figuring it out because they slayed on my fantasy team last week.
Actually, Sorry, Ben. Ben goes first on this one. Why? Because the next one is going to be Colts and Ravens. So we both got to decide what we're going to do. So I'm sorry, Ben. You go first on this one.
Fine. I want to torture me. It's all right. Well, this one, I think this one's tough for me because I just cannot see the Chiefs losing this many consecutive games. But their defense is playing trash right now. And the Bills were just scoring at will the last 2 weeks. So it's this is a tough one for me, but I'm gonna take the Chiefs on this one just because I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt. I know the Chiefs they can put up the points if their defense can just be manageable. I think they have a shot. So I'll take the Chiefs on this one.
Lou, my bad. It's your turn now.
Yeah. Like I said, shout out to Pat Mahomes and Tariq Hill for figuring it out last week. They done carried him my fantasy team. Tariq Hill put up 41 points. Shout out to that man right there. I love this game. I think this is what the NFL wanted to see. Week 5, it's crazy stacked. I think every game that plays has a big meaning behind it. And we haven't had a season like this in a very long time where we're talking about, like, I want to say every week there's been a high profile game going at it. I love the Chiefs at home. I don't see, like Ben said, I don't see them losing multiple games in this fashion. I think everyone had them losing maybe 1 or 2, but not 3. I don't see them losing 3. I want this game to be a shootout. I think these are 2 of the best young quarterbacks in the league. Some of the best receivers in the league with Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. So I'm hoping for a shootout, a high 35-41 win with the Chiefs taking the win on Sunday night.
Okay, so 2 Chiefs. Can they take on a Buffalo? I don't know. I think, it's been the same way how the Ravens needed to learn how to get over the hump and beat the Chiefs. I feel the same way about the Bills. The Bills have had sorry, I got a photo bomber.
It's all right, but he wants to make his pick. Let him in.
So what you think about it? You think Chiefs? You think Bills? You think hand? Okay. So for that reason alone, I'm thinking Bills. I'm thinking Bills. I don't know why, per se. I think because the Ravens and the Chargers kind of set the table this year, letting people know we're not scared of the big bad wolf. I think definitely the Buccaneers set the table first by really shutting them down. I think with the Ravens winning, hit them in the mouth, the Chargers taking it to them. I don't see why the Bills can't do the same thing either. This very much can be another rematch in the AFC Championship game. I think the Chiefs are looking vulnerable this year, and their defense is not playing good at all. They played good against the Eagles, but I'm not really expecting much from the Eagles anyway. But even the Eagles are scoring at times too.
Yeah, people moving down the field on them.
Right. And the Eagles' problem, we're not talking about them. The Eagles' problem is they can't score in the red zone for shit. So if they converted more opportunities, they could have easily beat the Chiefs last week too. Buffalo, I'm not going to give them too much credit about last week. It was the Houston Texans. I think anybody could score 40 on them.
I was shocked. I didn't expect the 40 burger there.
It was 40 zip. Like
exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like
props to them.
So I mean, I think Buffalo, I think they can go into enemy territory, and pull one out. That'd probably be my only underdog of the week. Well, no, I think there's a couple ones, but we're not talking about those. But that also leads into our last game of the
I want to hear
it. Monday Night Football. Ben's Indianapolis Colts coming into my Baltimore Ravens MLB Bank Stadium. Ravens are a 7-point favorite, a big minus 330. Sorry, was that 340? This 330. 330 favorite. That's a huge margin. But that also gives you hope because that means also the Colts are a nice underdog size, plus 265. Lou, what do you think is going to happen in this game?
Fellas, I love you both. I gotta go Baltimore on this one. Lamar Jackson, I think, is figuring it out. Shout out to Hollywood Brown for finding them hands.
And got him some stickum.
He got some stickum. He caught that pass, and like it was the most scariest pass. Like I literally froze to make sure he caught it. I think Lamar comes out in this game. I'm calling 4 touchdowns for Lamar, 2 running, 2 passing. I think he makes a statement in this game. He's getting left out of the MVP talks. I saw one of his stats. I think he's up there in passing yards this year. He's about to lead the league. He's leading the league in passing and rushing at the same time. Crazy stat. Completely underrated for him for leading the league and passing and running this far, week 4 and going to week 5. So I'm taking Baltimore. I think this is gonna be a show-out game for Lamar on Monday night.
So before me and Bingo, Ben, being that you're the away team, I'm gonna have you call in the air to see who goes next.
Cool.
Heads or tails?
Say tails.
It is tails. Do you defer to me, or do you want to make your pick?
I'm just gonna get my pick out the way, get my suffering out. As much as I would love to say the Colts can win this game, I don't see them winning this game at all. Indy's just way too hurt right now. The O-line started to play a little bit better, but it was against Miami. They have a good defense, but I don't know. I just don't feel they haven't shown that consistency yet with the O-line. And like I said, they still have a lot of players hurt in the O-line, so they can't protect Carson Wentz in the one. The boy's playing with broken ankles, basically. The guy is so fragile. So he's already hurt. He's already struggling. The O-line's there. So the pass rush, Ravens have a pass rush. So they're going to get to him. They're going to rush him. The only thing that we have going is the run game. But to be honest, for whatever reason, the game plans, you fall behind, you can't keep running. So that's really been the biggest issue. And the defense is not playing to what it was last year. So as much as I would love to say, yeah, this is the game that, they take the next win, I just don't see it against Baltimore. It's just too much to ask for.
I'm gonna make this short and sweet. Ravens by 17.
Wow.
Nah.
Putting the short and sweet. Ravens by 17.
I don't think it'll be that much. I'll give you a touchdown win, but not 17.
So you think it'll be as it stands right now? You think it will be a push on the points?
I think it will be a push or the Indy covers. If we were doing the line, I would take the cover.
Here was my concern going into this whole thing. The fact that we lost damn near half of our starters, or at least a quarter of our starters in the first, before by week, by the end of the preseason, we lost our starting running backs. We lost Marcus Peters. We lost some hitters, and yet we still find ways. We should have won against the Raiders, but that's not here nor there anymore. And we just keep finding ways. I love the stat about Lamar leading both rushing and passing, because people still want to say, he's a runner and so forth.
They got to get over that narrative. He can throw the ball.
He's throwing it. He had 316 yards against Denver, which Denver was a really good defensive team, even though they played
defensive team.
And they played some shit teams going into it, but they still had a stout defense, nonetheless. Just case in point, Atlanta could be a shit team, but they still were putting points against the Buccaneers. but it's I love the kid Owe, our rookie. He's making some hell of a good plays in there. Um, we're using our fourth, fifth, and sixth string running backs, and they're producing. Giving Lamar some help. Pushing up the line. Hollywood Brown. He's good. He's good.
He's good when he's good, but
He's good when he's good, but when he's bad too. But you're right. Sammy Watkins, we need him to get lively again.
And you got Andrew sitting there too.
And of course, my tight end, Mark Andrews, is a monster. I just think it shouldn't be a close game. To me, I don't think it'll be a close game. As you said, Carson Wentz is playing off his kneecaps, like the man looking like Lieutenant Dan out there.
Lieutenant Dan.
No, it's and if you that hobbled against Calais and company, nah, it's a wrap. Did y'all get T.Y. back?
Not yet, no.
Yeah, it's not gonna be
like I said, the only
even matter though. Would it even matter?
Right at this point,
it's not gonna be close
because the O line right now is the ones that's suffering the most. I think if the O line was to get healthy, they could probably get some passes off. But right now, the O line is struggling. Struggling.
Too much pressure.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's our picks for week 5. There are some other good games out there, but we really don't care too much about them. So while I got y'all attention right now, baseball, our boys got knocked out in contention. Fuck MLB right now. However, for those who do not care about the Yankees and actually do want to see other baseball, so right quick, you got the first series tomorrow. The Chi Sox versus the Astros, excuse me, and then you got the Rays and the Red Sox. For the AL, who do you think is going to win these series between the Chi Sox and the Astros? Ben?
I have to say Astros. I mean, as much as I don't like to say it, they are a pretty good team. Cheating scandal aside, they still they still putting up their numbers to still get their wins. They have good pitching, so I think they should be able to win that series.
Luke?
Yeah, I hate to say it, but the Astros look good. They have the pitching, they have the hitting. Even with losing people, suspensions and trades, I think they're probably the team to beat in the National American League.
I'm actually going White Sox.
Wow.
I think they have, and that's also me being salty about the Astros, but also, I think Chicago actually has a really good team. They have really good pitching. They have really good hitting. Now, granted, they are a young team, and that's a problem. Also, they're a young team going into this, so you never really know how young teams respond, especially when they haven't been in playoff contention in forever. But all you gotta do is just catch lightning in a bottle, and you can turn something magical. I don't know if they're gonna be World Series contenders or in the World Series per se. I think the other series kind of may determine that, but yeah, I'm gonna go Chi Sox. I think it'll go the distance. I think it'll go 5. Red Sox, Rays.
Rays. I'm sorry, they're
Rays.
just playing out their minds. I mean, the whole year. They've been consistent the whole year. I'm sorry. They're
with a $60 million payroll.
For me, they're the team to beat. Really.
It's amazing.
Like, wow.
It's amazing. The Yankees can never.
You know what it is? The Yankees load up so much on power hitters that they forget that they need to get base runners on.
Well, yeah, we played that old school ball. We think we can bash our way to the to the World Series, and that's not the game
some
anymore.
Average hitters, man. Get some doubles and singles hitters in there, and then put some pop. Right? Everyone's a home run hitter on the Yankees right now, so
I know it's
kind of
it's
sucks.
kind of crazy. In the National League, uh, first game is going to be Braves and Brewers, and then it's going to be Dodgers, San Francisco. But when it comes to Braves and Brewers, what are we thinking? Braves or Brewers? Luke?
I don't care because whatever team goes isn't going to beat what the next team in the next round. Whether it's San Fran or the Dodgers, if the Dodgers make it through, I think between San Francisco and the Dodgers, that team is going to win the World Series. If I had to pick, let's go Atlanta, winning it in 4.
Okay. Welcome to the South, Shouty. Ben?
I'll go with the Brew Crew there. I think they played well enough in the season. I know Atlanta struggled at some points in the season. They got hot later on, but yeah, to me, yeah, I mean, I don't care either way, but I can see the Brew winning this one.
Yeah, I like Brew Crew too. Braves have injuries. And then now, I mean, everybody has injuries. You know, it's late in the game, but I don't think the Braves injuries is gonna get them past Milwaukee. Milwaukee is playing pretty good baseball. At the same time, I also agree with Lou's thing too. It doesn't matter who wins this series. Also, I think,
Yeah,
honestly, we're gonna go straight to it. So San Fran and the Dodgers. Who do you think is gonna win? Ben.
San Francisco. I'll take San Fran. Short and
yeah.
sweet.
I'm going with San Fran too. I like San Fran.
Yeah, me too. I think San Fran has been playing pretty good. I think San Fran and LA may be the best state rivalry right now going on. And hell, it came down to the last game to say
Right.
which one is going to be the king of that division. Which is even crazy that both teams they had the best record compared to all the rest of the teams in that division in the whole National League. So just wrapping up on that one, who do you think is going to be World Series itself? Me personally, I think it's going to be Rays and Giants with the Giants winning in 7.
7. Wow. Yeah, I agree with both teams being. I see the Rays making it out of the NL, out of the AL. I say the Giants in 5.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I'll say 6. Giants and 6. I also see Giants Rays. I think those are the 2 best teams in the league right now in both divisions. So it should be a good one though.
5, 6, 7. I like it. So we'll see what happens in the baseball thing. Me and Lou, I'm gonna try to get a special guest for NBA. We gotta do a little preview show for that one also, for the homie picks. It's gonna be a good one also. So stay tuned for that one. But for until the next time, until next Thursday, enjoy your picks. Remember, it's for entertainment purposes only, unless you live in a good state that you could actually bet in, have fun with it. Until then, Ben, Lou, thank y'all fellas for always.
Peace.
Peace.
Like, comment, subscribe, all those good things.
Anything.
We're right, because we're wrong. Until then, we'll see you next week and enjoy happy baseballing.
Let's go, G-Man.
Let's go, Ravens.
No. Yo, watch the Colts upset.
because
the whole world is gonna pick the
picked
Ravens. Because the whole world is gonna pick the Ravens. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Matter of fact, if the Colts win, I'm gonna buy my dog a Colts jersey.
I'm gonna look for one for you because that's happening now. Bro, we all pick the Ravens. Watch come the game, and they say who you're gonna pick to win. Watch everybody say the Ravens, and watch it not happen.
Andrew,
of course, I picked against them.
It'll be an Andrew Luck jersey at that.
There you go. The best quarterback we had for the shortest amount of time we had.
Later, y'all.
Later.
I